Hey everyone, how are you doing today? Hope that you're having an absolutely wonderful day. Today's tea of the day is premium, I always forgot what they were called, Jasmine Dragon Pearls from Teaviver. I've been on a kind of a jasmine kick lately. I tend to do this with certain types of teas. I will just want that tea and completely ignore everything else. That's kind of how I'm feeling about jasmine right now. Teaviver has lots of different grades of jasmine tea. I find even their cheapest one is really good. If you decide to splurge and get a more expensive one though, you'll notice that the jasmine is definitely more delicate and yet incredibly flavorful, and often they last for more steeps. This one, I can't remember exactly which grade it is. I'll link it in the description box which one it is. Seriously though, if you love jasmine tea, oh, it's so wonderful. Today's video is going to be a roundup of all of the mascaras that I used up this year. So I do have several right now open that I will not be talking about. This is just the ones that I used up. And for some of them, I did remember to take pictures of how the mascara looked. So I'll be sharing those pictures. And if I didn't remember to take pictures for a certain mascara and how it looked on my lashes, I'll dig around in my pictures on Instagram and see if I can find a picture. This year was kind of a weird year for mascaras for me because I was using only mascaras that I got in subscription boxes. I didn't use any drugstore mascaras, which is unusual. That's always what I would buy for myself. So this was an interesting year trying out all these different high-end mascaras. Let's get right into them. So one of the first ones I tried was this one from Wander Beauty. This is the Unlashed Volume and Curl Mascara. So the wand has a slight curve to it. It has a nice non-stabby applicator. This was one of those mascaras where I tried it and I thought it was very dry, and honestly I thought it did nothing. I was really disappointed when I first tried this mascara. I left it alone for a month and then I returned to it. I'm like, I gotta figure out a way to make this mascara work. I gotta say, after a couple months is when this really hit its stride. I felt like this was a really pretty fluttery lash mascara. This is the type of mascara that is not going to leave those weird little balls at the end of your lashes. You know what I'm talking about? Or if mascara is really volumizing or wet, sometimes it will leave too much at the tip of your lashes, which can look funny. This didn't do that. It kind of gave a very beautiful kind of lifted fluttery look effect. It wasn't super volumizing. It was just a very pretty mascara. And by the time I had to retire this, I was actually really sad that this was over with. I enjoyed my time with this mascara, but only after it had been open for a little while. First few times using it, it seemed pretty dry and useless. I tried out the Ilia Mascara this year. This mascara, the Limitless Lash Mascara, has quite a large, I feel kind of a cult following. People love this mascara, and I do too. So I do have to mention the scent. It's florally scented, which I don't appreciate, honestly, having a scent in my mascaras. I feel like it's just another thing to irritate your eyes. I mean, it didn't irritate my eyes, but just something to mention in case that is something that would be a problem for you. But it has an interesting applicator. So it has a comb on one side and then more of the bristly type look on the other. So you can really comb through your lashes to make sure there isn't any clumping going on. But this is a lengthening mascara. Holy smokes. I think the picture I have for this one was only one coat of this. I felt like it separated every lash and made them look incredibly long. You're not going to get a ton of volume with this one. It will make your lashes nice and black, but this is more about the long and lifted lash mess. This was another one I was so sad when this was done. This is a very nice mascara, and I did already repurchase it. It's in my backup drawer. This was one that I thought was, I didn't buy it full price. I'm going to mention that. So I'm not going to say it's worth full price, but it was just so different from anything else I had tried. Such a different brush applicator on it. This one, yeah, really good. Oh, I make sure I mention, I felt like the Wander Beauty one was kind of average to remove, whereas the Ilia one, very easy to remove. In fact, I think I was wearing this one day last winter. I have very clear memory of getting a little bit of snow in my eyes. I was sledding with my kid. I got some snow in my eyes and I didn't think anything of it. I just moved on, wiped my face off and went. But I had intense smudging under my eyes when I got back to the car. I'm sure I looked like a crazy mom out there on the sledding hill with my daughter. So I don't buy waterproof mascaras. I feel like they're just too hard to remove, but a lot of mascaras they wouldn't have reacted the way this one did. This one really, really smudged with just a little bit of water. So something to keep in mind if you have watery eyes. I tried the Oma Beauty Drama Bomb Mascara. This is the Extreme Volume Nourishing Mascara. So this has a very fluffy wand. So it creates some, oh, I stabbed myself with the applicator there. It gives a lot of volume, a lot of volume. Whew. And this one is very, very scented as well. I far prefer the scented one on the Ilia if there's going to be a scent in my mascara. I just really, scented mascaras, it doesn't need to be a thing, okay? Let's just, if we could put like a message out to the companies, please stop putting fragrance in mascaras. This is very strong, powdery floral. Not very great. It's not something I would choose ever to put near my eyes, but the actual mascara, really, really good. This is one from like the very first time I used it, I was like, ooh, this is a good mascara. I don't wear falsies, so I do like to have a mascara on hand that gives a nice dramatic effect for when I'm wearing a little more eyeshadow. This is a really good one for that. I very much enjoyed my time with this. In fact, I just finished this. This is one of my latest empties. This one will also smudge on me if I put it on my lower lashes, so I just put it on my upper lashes to avoid the smudging issue. Another thing to mention is since it has such a fluffy wand on it, I did often have trouble with getting this on my lid. That's a problem I have with mascara in general. I don't know, I really like to get into the base of the lashes and then kind of blink into the wand as I pull it up. Well, I struggle with doing that with like bigger brushes like this because I almost always get a nice big smudge right on my eyeshadow. So if you also have that problem, something to note. Okay, this next one, the Thrive Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. This is such an interesting mascara. First of all, let's talk about the component. It feels really nice and heavy and luxurious. Like this feels like kind of a more expensive mascara. I had mine in the shade Bryn Rich Black. It is a very nice black mascara. Now I'm checking for them all for scent just to make sure I don't forget to mention that. I don't think this one's scented. But anyway, this is what the wand looks like, kind of like the classic wand. So I have feelings about this mascara. Some days, my lashes were the most amazing, long, full, volumized, dramatic lashes that I had ever experienced. And I was like, this is the best ever. And then other days, it would immediately clump. And this dries pretty fast, and so I actually bought a tool specifically for this to comb through my lashes just because of the clumpiness of this. I feel like you have to work really, really fast with this mascara. You can't sit there and add, you know, all sorts of layers, one pass through your lashes, get them how you like them, and then don't try and do anything else because it will just clump up. So I felt like every time I used this, I was stressed out. Like, is this going to be a good lash day? Or is it going to be one of those days where I have to try and comb out clumps before it dries? But the good lash days were really, really good. Also, this is very easy to remove because it is a tubing mascara. The first time I tried this, I did not know that, and I tried to remove it like normal with my oil cleanser. This won't come off with an oil cleanser. In fact, it's like impossible to remove using oil. You have to use warm water, and then it will come off in like little tubes or really large kind of chunks. It just comes off. For that, I really like this if you are going to be in a situation where you really don't want your mascara to budge. This is it. This will stay. So for that reason, I have already repurchased this. I got it through an Ipsy sale, I think. It's not open yet. I'll open it eventually, but this, despite the issues I had with it, is a special mascara. Here's a mascara I used up that I completely forgot about. This is from MAC. So what is this called? The Extreme Dimension Black Lash Mascara. So the wand is kind of spiky. I don't know if you can see that. It's like a thick but spiky wand. It creates really, really good separation. Like if you don't want any clumping, like you really just want super, super separation, that's what this mascara is really good for. By the end of the day, I did have some smudging with this one. Nothing really horrendous, but I did have some, which is honestly pretty usual for me. I usually have some smudging with mascaras. This is not the best at lengthening your lashes, but I did like it more the longer it was open. In fact, that has been like a common theme for me, I've noticed with mascaras. At first I'm kind of like, eh, and then by the end I'm like, oh, I'm sad to see you go. So out of all the mascaras I tried, this one was, you know, obviously the most forgettable, but while I was using it, I liked it. I also used up a little mini of the Benefit They're Real mascara. So the wand on this one is another one of those really, really spiky wands that's really good for separation. It also has little spikes on the end. I hope that, yeah, you can see the spikiness on the end, which I actually really like that for getting the very edge of my eyelashes. They're on the very edge where it can be hard sometimes to go with a full wand because it will touch my skin there, but just going in with that spiky end was really nice. Also, that spiky end is nice for getting the bottom lashes. And that's actually what I ended up using this mascara for the most, because this mascara is one of the most long-wearing mascaras I've ever tried. I don't believe it's advertised as waterproof, but it basically could be. It's really, really difficult to remove. In fact, it's one of those where I didn't like to wear it on my upper lashes. I felt like with all of the effort it took to take it off, I was probably removing lashes along with it. But since it stays so well and I really like that little spiky end, this is one that I like for using on my lower lashes because then I wouldn't get smudging, which was very, very nice. So this isn't one that I would repurchase on purpose. I have gotten a couple of these now through subscription boxes, so when that happens, that's how I use these little guys up. I'm going to be canceling my beauty sub boxes in the next year, so I probably won't get another chance to use this for a long time. That's okay, I have a lot of mascara to use up at the moment. Okay, so those were the reviews of the mascaras that I used up this year. Please let me know if you have tried any of these mascaras. What did you think of them? Did you have a similar experience as me? Honestly, I really wanted to test out a whole bunch of drugstore mascaras this year. In the past, that's all I've used, but unfortunately, in the past, I would just go buy one and then forget which one I used and then just like try different ones. So like, I don't even know which drugstore mascaras I like besides the Essence one. I know I like that one, but like so many of the famous ones, CoverGirl and Maybelline, like I just don't even know. I have no idea which ones I like. So once I get through my stash of mascaras that I've gotten from subscription boxes, that's one of the things I want to do, is really go and try all the drugstore mascaras. But I want to do this video again next year to even just be a resource for myself to look back on to see what I thought of these mascaras. I hope you found it helpful. Thank you so very much for watching. I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!